Now, we've all heard of belt to ass in gaming in some capacity if you've been online for more than 5 minutes, but I'm going to call this Squirrel Girl variant nut to butt. Let's get it.
He came and he saw and he conquered. I got a slay at the concert. You know the story, the tortoise in here. You want the glory, your nose in the air. I couldn't care less about your money, phone, and your pair of shoes and your side hose.
What's good, nieces and nephews? Big Unk, Chaos, and I'm here to give you all the nut to butt character build for Squirrel Girl in the Marvel Rivals Blood Hunt event. If you guys love this type of content, let me know in the comment section. And just a huge shout out and thank you to all of you who showed me so much love on the rocket power build. Super fun variant, super cool. And I wanted to take some time to just showcase something that I didn't think the community had been given enough love to. I genuinely think that a lot of these different variants and forms have so much potential. So let me show some love to this one right here. So I wanted to start off by saying that each of the variants, in my opinion, are going to be performed differently. So in my grandest of opinions, I do believe that the missile variant is better against bosses because of the fact that it's easier to lock onto them. And overall, stacking on the friends from the squirrels, added with the rocket damage, it just happens to do so much more damage I think people realize. So me personally, I'm going to say that that's going to be the variant for killing bosses. Now, when it comes to killing hordes, I genuinely don't think that this form can be beat. And that mainly comes down to the fact that it just launches out so much damage so quickly. By the time this match ended here, I actually had majority of the damage in the game. This came from the fact that I was moving a lot faster, able to escape a lot more shenanigans, get up high, and just completely exploit and take advantage of the fact that, you know, I'm faster than my enemies. Added on to that, you also get some pseudo, I guess, debuffs as well in this build, a little bit different than the other one. And as whereas before, I'd be more inclined to combine the two forms, I'm not so inclined to do it with this one. I think that for the most part, I'm going to be using majority of the gold. A little side note for anyone who doesn't actually know this, but you can actually swap between two different profiles in the game. So if you want to just go from your, blue build for the boss killer versus you want to be the mob clear, you can just swap between the two of them. And I think that that's a perfectly reasonable amount, given the fact that, there's only two main categories when it comes to the abilities. Either you're going ability or you're going primary. When you do that, just make sure you go over to your items and swap over, and be sure to click on the button. If you're on PC, it's going to be the middle mouse key. If you're on controller, it's going to be holding square to lock your gear so you don't accidentally swap anything out. Just a little free tech for anyone who wanted it. Now, in the last video, I didn't really take time to go over, I guess, all of my stats. So my overall score with this build is going to be 26, 5, 13. I'm just going to show you guys very quickly exactly all my stat tech. 3,000 extra damage against healthy enemies means I'm going to clear them out very early on. Precision damage is at about almost 7,000. I'm rocking 1,200 health, and you probably don't need this much. I'd probably in the future cut it down a little bit, but I've been noticing that the bosses, especially past 95, doing a lot of one-shot damage. So let me start at the beginning. Obviously, I've got the damage bonus, 3 there. Honestly, I probably should convert some of it. I noticed for the most part, if you're just barely over 10,000 threshold, you should be fine and actually not require too many extra healths from there, especially with the fact that your character is going to be dropping it on their own based on the gear. Quick look at my gear and what I'm rocking here. I got the Ashwood slingshot, very great tech, love it a lot. S tier on 3 categories out of 5. You guys can pause to read them there. The mammal bond's going to be a huge thing. Getting that. S tier means I'm going to be in mammal bond mode basically the whole time. I can save points on that category. Precision damage goes up again. Swarm tactics isn't actually activated, so I do need to get a better ring that goes a little bit better, but with this bonus damage against healthy enemies, can't really pass that up. Next up, we of course have the Seed of Yggdrasil. Honestly, I think it's my highest ranked oh no, my weapon's higher, but yeah, overall good stats. Mammal bond, duration, attack speed goes up. Love that a lot. And my armor, extra health, S tier. I would like health in S as well, so I could take even less out. But this is going to be about the min and maxing when it comes to a lot of your abilities. Now for my Arcana, I'm going to be a little controversial here. I'm more of a gear guy. So what I've been doing is I've been putting everything into gear, blessings, and then the output, because once you have enough damage, you really don't need any more. Just a little tech from me. So going into this, I got 3 bonus damage on the first thing. Again, probably would optimize that a little bit later now that I've gotten even higher. I'm probably just going to go straight down into majority of these or anything I've got more than one of. 5 from the damage output boost. You want to make sure your damage output's as high as possible. Bursting acorn, projectiles, split into 6 mini acorns. Great. My gear actually gives me a good thing of that. So what I could do here, just to give you guys an example of what I mean when it comes to saving material. So what I can do here is I can take out this, right? And what it'll do is, because my gear gives that 875% original boost, although I don't get the 6 mini acorns, I will indeed still have that huge bonus. I did that actually in a couple of them later on, you'll see, just the ones where I had enough to see. Perfect example. I got 58 plus seconds in Mammal Bond. I don't need to spend the 2 points in there. Following up, obviously I've got 3 into Jumbo Acorn, then I got 1 into Rapid Acorn Fire again. Got a lot of good gear that goes good with this, so I don't have to worry about those extra charges. That means I'm gonna have more acorns, have to reload less. I could make it higher, make the damage go up, make the attack speed go up. That's probably something worth considering. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do that live now with you guys, just because why not? I do think that a little bit extra speed is going to be the difference in damage, mainly because your damage is going to be capped. So if you want to optimize things, be sure to take advantage of things like that. Next up, Squirrel Blockade. The vulnerability is going to be great. For those of you who don't know, that means the enemy's going to be taking 60% more damage added onto your normal. Very useful, especially with things like status effects. Mammal Bond no longer ends under natural symbiosis, so instead, using either the bounce or using the blockade is going to take some time from it. Going a little further, I do have a couple blue items I want to talk about here. Rodent Plague. Squirrel friends slowly apply vulnerability to the enemy that they're attached to. I also retroactively, and this may not be the best, and I know some people will disagree with me here, added the Squirrel Swarm just because of the fact I'm hitting a lot of the burst acorns, and this slow and extra vulnerability is going to add up a lot. So if you add in the 45% vulnerability added from there and the 60 here, that's 105 extra damage, and you're already attacking. Squirrel Blockade can now imprison unstoppable enemies, which makes it even better, and the Squirrel friend counts now count towards the stack. Again, just a little bit of extra damage added on there. I had 3 to the Mammal Bond dispatched to nearby enemies every 0.5 seconds during Mammal Bond because it lasts forever, and that's more damage. And of course, both of these I think are worth having. 20,000 damage makes Mammal Bond's cooldown go down by 0.5%, 0.3 I mean, and 0.5% for the Squirrel Friends and Squirrel Blockade and the Squirrel Missile by 0.3 and 0.5 seconds respectively. Following up, I have my precision damage maxed out and my precision rate because I got a lot of precision build. That's pretty standard. I think most people go for that, and obviously I'm going to make my precision damage an additional 200. Now, overall, I think that this plays quite similar to the other one, but as I said before, I genuinely think that it's better off fighting against hordes, and the other one's better off against bosses. By being able to stack on those squirrel fiends, it does add a lot of damage. Could I throw in the missile here for additional, hits? Sure, but because I don't have the same setup as I did in my previous one, where my missile gets an additional 975% damage per stack of friends, it just doesn't do anything. And diversifying too much is going to make you lose out. With this build I've given you, you should be able to theoretically clear out most of the hordes and then just reliably have a friend perform as your boss killer. So that's gonna do it for this one. I honestly think that it's, a pretty good build, nothing too crazy, and I want to make a quick video just giving it some love and respect too. If you enjoyed this type of content, be sure to let me know in the comment section and let me know what character you guys want to see next. I'm debating between Blade and Punisher. Take care, have a good day, and be sure to tell your auntie I said hi.